Welcome back to Limbus Company, Canto 8. Last time, we've started the second round of the tournament, and we're in the dungeon of the old H Corp. We've managed to take down one candidate, we've managed to get one coin from another somewhat friendly, somewhat odd candidate, bringing us to a total of 7, placing us solidly not on the board. But that's fine, there's still plenty of time left. Ooh, second temporary alliance, okay. Is it going to be more new people they introduce us to? Is it going to be like... What was his name? Dewey? Wang Dewey, I think, right? The guy with the giant coffin? Could be him. They did mention there's being something about a woman being separated from the rest of her clan because of the walls, which is very likely to be Qingshan. Could also be Bao Chai, though? I don't know. Man, oh, I should have skipped the heated dialogue. I swear she's gonna get a fist to her face before we leave this place. Man, I really should have done some cardio with you guys. My legs were screaming me to take a seat and rest, but we simply did not have the time to sit still. I wonder if it was like a set amount of time has passed in order for like the walls to rise. Has it been like half an hour? Are we like a quarter of the way through the timer already? Would make sense. We've got no choice but to keep on running. Honglu. This place must not have offered much diversion for a child. Was it not drab or tedious? Grandmother really knew a lot about boluses. Every time I was here, I would always watch her take command of the room, fiercely bringing about a storm of directions and orders for the researchers. Yeah, it said on the map it looked like we were heading towards the research area when we started out in like the ground lab / whatever else it said. So no, it wasn't drab or tedious, and... Honglu? Thinking back on it, neither grandmother saw me to visit this place together, I think I felt a bit of happiness. Why? That's when Otis suddenly came to stop, raised her fist and motioned in a way that caught everyone's attention. She'd been walking ahead in the vanguard. Stop, stop. She saw something up ahead. Figure up ahead. Solo. So whoever got separated from their clan. Hopefully she can't get separated from her clan. Should be easy coins for us if that's the case. Otis muttered with a bit of anticipation. She seemed like she was really in her element here. Don't worry, Otis. I'm acquainted with her. However, contrary to Otis's wishes, she was not one of the candidates. Oh, it's Daiyu! Oh. Huh. I thought it said that one of the candidates was separated from the rest of her clan, and Daiyu's not a candidate, so I wasn't actually expecting it to be her. I kind of ruled her off as a potential option because of how it's worded, but, yeah, she's part of Bao Chai's clan. Maybe, I guess, Bao Chai has been separated from the rest of her clan, and the rest of her clan has been separated from the rest of her clan, right? Something like that? I don't know. She's a bodyguard of his Jue family candidate. Why are you here all alone, Daiyu? How funny. I was just thinking about you. You? For brief moments, Daiyu's eyes looked at Hong with disbelief, before hardening into a stern expression. I must have alarmed you all. Apologies. The walls came out of nowhere. Excuse me. My inattentiveness has separated me from the rest of the clan. So, do you have no idea where the rest of your clan or your candidate is? No. But if a different candidate finds you here all alone, they will attempt to eliminate me, though I am but a follower, because it would be beneficial for them to do so. Is Daiyu gonna tag along with us and be like, show up in combat? Would be funny. Daiyu, then. Have you been waiting here all alone, waiting for the one you follow to return? Yes. I suppose I did, in the belief that if I simply waited in the same place we became separated, they would eventually come back for me. Huh. Seems awfully similar to another, relationship you've got, doesn't it? A foolish belief. The arena is constantly shrinking. They wouldn't take the risk of coming back here just to pick up a straggler. Of course. They wouldn't. The air between us had become palpably awkward with impressive rapidity. I suppose it could be said that you have a certain advantage over other candidates here. You're more familiar with this place than anyone else, are you not? Silence again. Just like then. Just like when you refuse to tell me anything. To the end. I'm still very, like, intrigued by the fact that her, like, little name border here is just a gray. I wonder if it'll be, like, filled with color again in a certain situation. Maybe, like, it'll, like, show, like, memories of past Daiyu and it'll be in color. Metaphorical type bit, right? In all those years when I was in your service after the complete annihilation of the Kong family. Daiyu! Yeah, look at that. It was pink before. Right. Daiyu, big bro! Daiyu! Here! What happened today? You look so glum again. We're still gonna play the game you like today, right? Oh, don't tell me. Are those meanies back at it again? I'll kick their butts with this new move I learned yesterday. No, it's okay. Don't worry, Daiyu. I still don't understand why they say those things to me, but I still think I could be their friend one day. Young Master Daiyu, do you know the whereabouts of the Venerable Jamu? She said she'd be at the lab for a little bit. Oh, no, that's not good. I have something to tell her. It's actually, very urgent. And then the head strikes? Or is this different urgent? I need more of those pulses made in this body. But she just wouldn't return my attempts to reach her, so I thought I'd appear visit myself and... Okay, no, so not anything that urgent. I don't think anyone would know beforehand if the head was going to attack, though, so not a shocker. Go! Oh, never mind. That sure is just straight up a claw. Looking a little bit different now. Is this like another claw, redesign type of thing? I say redesign, but it's very possible it's different claws, because in H Corp they had like a standard suit on. In Runa, Baral had like a trench coat more so. And this guy definitely looks a little bit different, but it might just be because it's a different claw. There's not like a necessity that they're all like identical, right? Oh, are you okay? Big bro, hide behind me. He's not from Hongyuan. God. Crazy. I see. She must not have discarded her clone for over a week. Okay. So they were growing people, and they grew a clone, and that's why they're being killed. Foolish girl, I warned her time and again that either the clone brain or the original must be discarded within a week of the production. I wonder if that's going to tie, because we do know the Reindeer Honglu upside story mentioned them being hired for something in H Corp. So it could tie back to that if this, like, if whatever they were doing back then is very similar to, replication R Corp stuff. It seemed that she could not bear to relinquish this new body of hers, unburdened by ailments of both body and mind. Grandma, is there anything we can do for her? The head will not suffer those who have broken their taboos to live. This is the omnipresent terror they cast over us. They are always watching, always primed to appear no matter where you are. If they're, like, outside of the Kong family building right now, then are we gonna get a CG where we just see Garion just sitting there sipping tea? We might. Even as you eat, even as you slumber, even as you are wed. The circumstances matter most, not. The context is meaningless. If a taboo is broken, they will be there to carry out the sentence, almost as if they are the executors of the natural law. Yep. Let us leave here, Daiyu. Be careful! Don't touch her! I think she's gone. She's not breathing. But look! Her eyes are still open! I wanted to help her close her eyes. It's too cruel and sad of her to be all alone, even in her final moments, looking at this lonely place. Daiyu. Then come here again tomorrow. Then again the day after. Grandma brings me here every day anyway. It's going to happen whether I want to or not. Why would you say such a thing, Daiyu? Because whenever I see you, I see... I see the face of someone who's just about ready to leave this world forever. Okay? Promise you won't leave me alone in here. I'm just scared of this place as you are. It feels too big, too vast. But just by thinking about playing with you, flying kites with you, it all makes me feel a little better. The restructuring day has begun, it seems. I hate these restructuring days. I hate the sound of those bells. Rest easy, little Bayou, for those restructuring days will not touch us. Jagwanyan only expands and never shrinks as the homes of the poor do. That isn't that comforting, Jamu. Really isn't. Grandma, do you think Jagwanyan can change? What has prompted this question? Because I want Jagwanyan to... Oh! Nah. Yeah, it's doing a thing where it shows people falling because of the restructuring. Are you okay? This reminds me of, like... It's definitely not, like, one-to-one. It's very different, but it reminds me of the one Honglu CG we got at the Tokyo Game Show, 2022, was it? Jeez. Yeah, 2022, I think. Where it showed Honglu just kind of, like, leaning over, like, a railing, holding his hand down, like, a bunch of people, like, below him, like, reaching up towards him. Definitely very different. It's not the same CG, but I wonder if it's going to transition into that at some point from this one in order to be, like, a difference one, because there's some parallels going in here. Stop the palanquin! Please help me pull him up! He's gonna fall! What? I'm sorry? Young master, it's too late for him. Helping him now won't do any... How can I just turn a blind eye and pass him by like nothing happened? He's right there, in pain. Please help me pull him up. Please. Little Bayou, you cannot save them, let alone everyone. And if you cannot save everyone, it is wiser to not try at all. Now that is a very bad mindset, but very apt for the city. I know I can't save everyone, but at least this one person is about to fall, please. You struggled to move past this during the last restructuring day as well. So, has your struggle managed to save... I keep on hitting the spacebar. Managed to save even a single life? No. Still, Grandma, still. Try it, then. It'd be much better for you to learn this lesson early. What is it, little Bayou? I must be mistaken. I thought I saw someone watching me. Yep. If this is right after the Kong facility got raided, then, yeah. Jiachu, and just looking, judging him, right? For his inaction. He tried making a decision there, but ended up not doing it due to being watched or that decision. I guess this is like trauma Honglu, I guess. I guess trauma is the best word for it right now because we don't know the specifics yet. Once the memory faded, Lin Daiyu stumbled before leaning on a wall. What was that? Visions of the memories I never wish to see again. This sprite's so funny to me. I saw people pointing it out online, and like her eyes are just so like wide here. Like they're just, she's like appalled. But she got to see the visions too, which is interesting. Not only the sinners, it's just relevant people, right? Randoms, I guess, don't get to see it. Wait, she saw that too? Did you just see that too? What kind of... Dante, perhaps there's another feature of the previously discussed expansion of your abilities. So does that mean I can show her sinners past to non-sinners too? And it's totally out of my control? Like everything else, huh? Possibly it cannot be entirely dismissed, but it's unlikely that your abilities activate with no discernible pattern. There must be a condition that must first be met. I wonder what that might be. Wang Xiao from earlier seemed unaffected by it. He's also like a random guy, like unimportant. Now, he will be important to some degree. I don't know. There's just so many characters already that seem to be vaguely notable, but we're not sure how notable yet. A possible connection can be drawn to the rising level of one's emotions. The visions, even when they activated for the sinners, were brought on by certain emotional triggers. In such a case, an individual who is part of a powerful memory that causes the sinner's emotional state to drastically spike could trigger a resonance effect. Honglu? Daiyu, I ended up leaving you all alone in Daguanyuan, in spite of your pleading. So, your resentment is justified. You know that's not what I wanted to hear. Nothing. You refused to tell me anything about what happened here on that day. Your only response, smile. And I see that hasn't changed. Honglu's only solace in those unwilling visits to the laboratory was that he got to spend time with Lin Daiyu. After that day, you've wasted your days away, locking yourself within the bounds of Daguanyuan, never leaving its premises even once. And when I inquired, you'd only make a sorry smile, not giving me an answer all the same. Until one day, completely out of the blue, you said you'd be leaving Daguanyuan. You weren't the only one who lost those who were important to them in the annihilation of the Kong family. In fact, did you ever truly care about anyone to begin with? There was a silence. Her questions were sharp and thorned, but Honglu made no attempts at making excuses or denying her accusations. You're right, Daiyu. You must have suffered so much worse than I have. So much that I can't even begin to imagine it. More words that just kind of contain just a hollow meaning to them. He's saying things, but not really with any sort of emotion behind it. But even if you were to learn of everything that happened, what will that knowledge do to heal your pain? All this suffering, all this joy, they're just moments bound to be lost in time. Trying to catch what is destined to slip away will only bring pain to your heart. Nothing more. I know. But what I really couldn't bear was... It's just what happened to you that... Apologies. I must have lost myself for a moment. It was improper of me to show such an emotion to Canto, who is not my master, even a relative. Please excuse my impudence. So, I'm really sorry about bringing this in the middle of a serious discussion, but do you think we should probably get moving? Enough time has passed. The walls will begin invading this space soon. Daiyu, how about you come with us? Only if you'd like to, of course. At least until we run into Big Sis Baochai again. Tossing me a pinch of pity? No, because this place is too dangerous to be alone. If I travel with you, will I see more of those bizarre visions? Well, I don't know. That was the manager's power, not mine. But probably. I'd like to recommend going through more of those visions, but I won't stop you. Then, please exclude my intrusion. I will try my utmost to not be a burden to you. Lin Daiyu wants to learn more about what happened that day, but luckily enough, we also want to know more about that day, so we're probably going to get to know more about that day. Alright, cool. She's tagging along. She might show up in fights then. She's probably going to be tagging along for a bit more of a substantial time, I'd assume. Okay, yeah, this area's closed off now. We're heading off to this way. Interesting. Execution room. Huh. That's not really what you want to be seeing too much. What's gonna be in here? Gloom and gluttony. No physical weakness, so I don't think it's Pekatula here. It's gonna be something else, isn't it? There's a suspicious looking door to the side. Should we check out what's inside? Yeah, what should we do? Your choice, self-appointed class president. Heathcliff replied nonchalantly. Well, alright. Let's head right in then. Okay. This... Honestly, this was to be expected. Yeah, really seeing the horrible effects of the boluses on people. Ugh. Yeah, smooth moves, Ishi. Let's pretend none of that happened. Turn around and keep walking. What happened? I just didn't expect that, you know? So, does that mean we can move on like nothing happened? Or is it a case of no backseas? That's when the host's voice, after a long silence, suddenly began buzzing again. My oh my, a certain candidate in his clan elected to briefly open a mysterious door, only to immediately slam it shut in fear. Right, so I won't name names on account of it being a rather embarrassing display of spinelessness, but hey, I'll give you guys a chance to rectify that. Manager Squire, we must open that door again. Once again, post-haste. An agile craven we shall be made, should we not act swiftly. Duncan ran after the door and bouncing up and down with genuine panic. We did see something pretty ugly looking in there, but it wasn't abnormality or distortion. I didn't feel anything like it around here either. I don't know, that almost makes it worse. Yeah. It might seem like the host is just there to make some good commentary on us, but I think she said so far has had at least one grain of truth to it. Let's check out what's inside. We won't know what's waiting for us in there unless we actually face it. Ishmael, now motivated to make up for earlier blunder, confidently opened the door. The same type of coin we received at the beginning of the game is hanging from the entity's neck. Oh. So, I mean, neck though, right? They were saying to like tie it around your belt for the normal people, so, or for the main candidates, so either this happened to one of the candidates, or this is like part of the game. There's coins strewn about in random methods, so not every coin is from people. Some of them you gotta explore around, kill some monsters, quote unquote, to find. Another dimension of Merso's impeccable observation skills. You're right. Why is it wearing a coin? Well, given the circumstances, we can probably gain that coin by kicking this monster to the curb, right? We desire only to repent, an eternal repentance. We desire only to repent, an eternal repentance. Yeah. The thing endlessly repeats an unknowable mantra. It sounded at once desperate and hopeless. They're certainly not abnormal beings. Yeah, that's what Dante just said. Hangyu begins as though we recognize them. They're people. Hangyuan's condemned. The condemned howl madly they charged us. Condemned. Interesting. Is this what they do to... I mean, yeah, they've got like little ball and chains, so this is what they do to people who don't own anything? People who lack any space whatsoever? Why is it reinforcement based if there's only 3 enemies and they're all here? Whatever. It doesn't matter. What do? It's rupture. It's... Below half HP convert third coin and skill unbreakable coin. Okay. Simple enough. Impaled failure. It's all the old number of times units hit by the enemy's skills attacks. Let's see when sacrifice in the next turn gain 10 defense level. Okay. Weird though. Because it says you gain gain defense level equal to the number of times units hit by enemies divided by 2. So just number of times hit across the entire battle, not only this turn. Okay. Once we stagger you, that effect goes away. Oh right, normal fight. Just go for whatever then. They've only got 1 skill slot each, so definitely pretty simple enemies. They're definitely gonna gain a bunch of defense level up if we just keep on thwacking at them. How do they tank those, God? Are they like really... No, they're not stupidly high leveled. Actually, they've got a fairly high defense level up. I guess that's because of the defense level though. But for the level for level 48, base defense level of 52 then? Enemy level plus 8, yeah. They've got a plus 4, so they're just fairly... They're supposed to be tanky, that's the gimmick here, right? Makes enough sense. You got a decent bit of rupture count on you, though, so we could make some moves off of that if we can actually stack it a little bit more, I guess. We can't really control that sort of stuff that well. Nice tails on that. We love a single coin skill 3. Single coin skill 3s are really underwhelming in main story content when you get a lot of sanity refreshes, because they're so sanity reliant to do much of anything ever. Okay, Honglu just killed 2 of them straight up there. It's just this one left, this sad little guy. Going to be brutally maimed. Still decently high on HP on this guy, but that'll change once we hit you a bunch. Yeah. Nice. Alright, cool. With a simultaneous click, the coins hanging from the condemned next cut up to the ground. As many candidates must have realized by now, this game provides many, many ways to obtain these precious coins. Yep. Okay, that makes more sense. So that means that whoever's in first place earlier hasn't necessarily killed 4 other candidates? Or slash defeated, I should say. They're not dead. Or they might not be. I'm still not certain on that. It seems sketchy. But yeah, they might have gotten it from other means. You could gain them because they battle in some special rooms, or, aha! Another candidate has obtained some coins. Despite the host's energetic voice, we couldn't help but be disturbed by what Honglu said. The condemned of Hongyuan? What is the implication of that particular choice of denomination, Honglu? Years ago, the elders have told me of many, many old fables and legends. Then, a rooster's crest is grafted over the visage, a goat's hooves move beneath the legs, and an old tree's branches extend from the arms. Thus closer Daguanyan grows to boundless eternity. Experiments regarding expansion of the bolus technology, is it? I haven't seen it myself, but I once heard there was a laboratory beneath in the basements of Daguanyan, built to research secretive and valuable boluses. And they experimented on these prisoners. It's not exactly a unique practice among Wings. Yep. We love human experimentation here in the city. I believe the small speck of greed lies at the origin of all misfortune. I do not believe the definition of immortality that Hong Yuan originally sought is the same as the one they seek now. What took you so long, Big Bro Bayou? Sorry, Jamu's experiments went on for longer than planned. That's so cool, I want to see what they do in there too. There's a Jelling, I believe. The one who dies. No fair, why are you the one who gets going there, bro? I'm a fast learner too. I'm not going in there to learn anything. Then how come? I don't know, I'm just there to watch, to witness. And then he's gonna surrender his witnessing. I keep on looking at, like, these panels here and thinking it's, like, bookshelves that are just exposed on, like, the front wall, which would make no sense, but... Because I think it's supposed to be, like, glass paneling, it just looks a little, like, rusted or something weird. But it just looks weird. That's weird, not like you have to work for anything like we do to live a nice life, bro. Maybe it's because you're the precious jade of our family. Hey, Jahuan. It's Jahuan? Really? Why are his eyes yellow? Wait. Didn't he show up in this cut? I assume this was the one who died. Is it not? Huh. Didn't expect this to be Jahuan. But it makes sense, I suppose. The fact his eyes are yellow here and not like the red they are in modern day definitely means something's happened to him, that's for sure. Ah, sorry. I won't do that again. Anyways, today we're going to play a ball game. Here's how it works. We're gonna start by kicking this ball at each other, and the one who lasts the longest without dropping the ball wins. What's the point of playing a game like that? Huh? Because it's fun, duh. I want to play a bolus making game. Of course you would. Gather a bunch of sand and pebbles and leaves and seed to make a bolus, and the best bolus wins. No can do. Remember, I'm from the Lin family, and you guys are from the Jia family. Children of these noble families shouldn't play a nerdy game like that. Big bro, want to come play with us? Yeah, this is what confused me. Is this not Jia? What? Is there two Jia Huans? He says Little Huan here. Is he Big Huan? Is there two different Jia Huans? What? I'm quite confused by this. I'm sorry, as much as I'd like to join in a very serious game of yours, I don't think she'll let me play. Tai's going to give both you and me an earful about the rules if you drag me into the game. Isn't that right? Jia Huan, you're trying to pull out of the game, aren't you? Fine, let's play the bullet making game once we're done with the ball game. And tomorrow play whatever Big Bro Bayu's favorite game is. How's that for a plan, huh? I'm good with anything, really. But what do you want? Here's some homework for you. When we meet tomorrow, you better come up with something you like, okay? I understand that maybe letting the impatience get the better of me, but how certain are you regarding the 13th branch of the Haisho back? 13th? Interesting, because the first 12 are based on the Zodiac. What would number 13 be based on? Plants? Trees? Could it be like the Immortal that was briefly mentioned in the C. Gregor Uptai story? Have they ever let you down? Ultimately, a family's power comes to the Haisho they wield. Yet, ever since the olden days, there have been but 12 branches of them, which what maintains their stalemate between the great families. Yes, the Haisho are shadows of Daguanyan. This is the same image we saw earlier in part 1, yep. It's the most dexterous and capable limbs, yet they have their failings. An immense physical cost follows their explosive strength. Even if you wield a Haisho pack, it's difficult to expand their numbers, as it's probably strictly controlled by the Haisho Zhanren of each branch. Okay. So there's a Zhanren for each branch. Zhanren means immortal, I believe. Immortal being, something along those lines. So there's a immortal being for each of the 12. That's kind of like the big one that manages a bunch of that sort of stuff. Indeed, no one could even attempt to create a new branch, for the Haisho Zhanren have concealed their unique bolus recipes. Oh, okay. They will pass it down, I'm sure. That sort of thing. I do know the new, Mao Faust, the one, the Zilu ID, is Haisho Adept. And I don't think that's an actual role. I just assume it means that she's just a more adept Haisho, right? I'm not sure if they're actually, like, structured like that, but at the same time, I don't know. It could be. They might mention her Update story, or maybe even later in this part. Who knows? Yet I am wise in the way the ball's making, and armed with this Zhanren's insight, with help from the Kong family. This is certainly a viable endeavor. The Kong family once led to the forefront of the city's medical sciences with their bioengineering achievements, yet now you must know that their family's place in the city is quite precarious. There have been developments for easier treatments, better modifications. Superior singularities are rising from all corners of the city. At first they were only subjects of study and research, but through various applications, many of them are now entering the stages of mass commercialization. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this is roughly around the time frame which H Corp comes to power, right? Because we know H Corp has been around longer than Lob Corp, because we know that they, we know not only did they partake in the Smoke War on the side of New L Corp, specifically, but we also do know that they helped out with Lob Corp by providing the helipolysis for the HP bullets and stuff, right? The tiers, that sort of stuff, that was their tech. But yeah, it would make sense for it to be happening around now. H Corp will fall by the wayside if its current trend continues, and one day it may even decline so far as to fall prey to a war of the wings. Hong Yuan hides many valuable secrets, as they are often passed down from generation to generation. Certain areas within the territory often lead into the ruins as well. Interesting. Many wings even consider a treasure chest to be cracked open. For the city to fear Hong Yuan, to fear the Kong family, you must wield absolute power. A power that perhaps a new branch of the Haisho with mass production capabilities could provide. I assume then 13th branch not based on animal, but instead based on a tree, or to some degree, right? Since it does seem the boluses have a lot of, like, plant growing capabilities, so if instead of, like, an animal you had a height show pack that was based on, like, this, and if they were strong enough, and would definitely fit with, like, for a high show branch, mass production being, like, a weed of some kind or something. I don't know. Would you keep this a secret from my wife? I would like for this experience success to be a happy surprise for her. In truth, we received news from the doctors that we managed to conceive a child. Thus, if we were to coincide with that event and discover this new auspicious path toward what was once considered an impossibility, would it not be a happy cause for all of Dagwan Yuan, no, Hong Yuan, to rejoice? If you require any assistance, materials, or people, simply say the word and us Kong family shall provide. So, shall we let this be a secret between you and me? Duly noted. I'll prepare a special bowl to celebrate the birth of a new life. This seems to be a good time to return home for the day, little Daiyu. Grandma, why do you look so happy today? The doltish fish is stag the bait I've been preparing for a long time. Oh. A little bit of tomfoolery. I'm not surprised. It seems a little too nice, all things considered, for what we know of the families. But, my offer must have been far too tantalizing for them to simply let it pass. The confidence, pretended overconfidence remains a marker of their bloodline. They've done well hiding underneath the veil of generosity, but one's nature cannot be overcome. Now, let us hurry. The revered John Ren awaits us. Lin Daiyu appeared into the memory as well as the rest of us. The ball game. She fell into a brief contemplative silence. She seemed to recall a long-forgotten memory. I remember. You won that game. I remember because it was the first time you ever beat me in a game of physicality. I remember being covered head to toe in sand. I remember Jia Huan whining by the little scratch on his hand. Just don't get why there's two Jia Huans. I assume big one is the actual Jia Huan we know, and the little one is someone different, which is the same name? I don't know. It was weird. So he did. Hongyu muttered as though he's talking about something that happened an eternity ago. Daiyu shook her head, shaking herself from the reminiscence. The 13th Haisho branch. What is it? This has to do with a taboo, doesn't it? Daiyu, much time has passed since then, but no matter what question you ask me, no matter what reply I give, it will not be the answer you want. That is not up to you to decide. You'll never find what you seek, so why even try to gain it? And for what? That is why I always replied to your question with such meaningless inquiries. That is why I do no more than observe. Honglu, are you okay with seeing all these memories? Honglu tilted his head to the side curiously, as though he couldn't understand why I'd asked such a questions. I don't think it's a matter of whether I am okay with it or not. It just feels unfamiliar. It wasn't a memory I wanted to forget, nor was it a memory I wanted to recall, anyway. The emotions I felt then feel so distant from me now. I feel like I'm looking down at them from somewhere so high up. So I don't know what to say to a question like, are you okay? Because I have nothing more to change. It may be gathered that from Honglu's memories. It was Jamu who first made the suggestion of researching the 13th Haisho branch. 13th Haisho branch also definitely matches up with the fact that, you know, there's a 13th association that's being made / been made, according to the BL event, regarding, like, distortion stuff. And it definitely makes sense, because that seems to be, like, a trend, right? 13. However, also appear the desires mutually shared by the Kong family as well. Yeah, but it doesn't seem like they're driven mad with greed like the plaque suggested. They certainly had ambition, I won't deny that, but still. Right? I only have this vague feeling to go on, but it seemed that they really wished the best for Hong Yuan. What I've come to realize in my almost 30 years of life in here is... That is exceedingly rare to find a leader who is both generous both in character and temper. Well, you know, if we know Lin Daiyu is almost 30 based on that line, and Honglu is probably almost 30/30. Since Daiyu referred to him as being older, but not by a very notable margin. So that probably would make sense. And it mentioned that he was 10 when he last came to, when he last visited, like, the old, Kong family building. Which means we've got a rough sense of time then, I suppose? I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure, I'd need to revisit the Lob Corp cutscene, but I'm pretty sure Garion, you know, destroying the old H Corp, I'm pretty sure she says something about, like, doing it and then, like, immediately after moving on to the Lob Corp facility in the outskirts, or I should just say the lab in the outskirts, right? It wasn't Lob Corp yet. I don't know. It's more like, I feel like, with a lot of this info we're getting here, I feel like we can plot more of an actual, like, time scale, but it's hard to do off the top of my head. I need to, like, actually get all the images and whatnot. Most refuse to give anyone other than themselves a chance. Everyone's so blinded to everything but their immediate profits and interests. But the people of the Kong family, at least the ones I remember, sought to give others a chance at the very least. It was only by the support that our Lin family, formerly so insignificant, could become a family of guards because they prioritized selection by merit, not by the nobility of their births. Once the Kong family was eradicated, every family other than the four pillars lost any means of upward mobility. Yep. So when I heard that they were simply gone, all because they were blinded by greed, it felt as though I was just a child then, but I vividly remember that crushing feeling. It was devastation, because I no longer had any place to return to. Man, you've been dealt a heavy hand, huh? It must have been hard out here. Regardless of these revelations, however, the family hierarchy war was still ongoing. So with Gregor's succinct words of consolation, we moved on from the area, away from the rising walls. Long cutscene for just some random fight against some plant people. 3 coins from that, 1 for each person killed. Yeah, checks out. Jiachu is at 2nd place with 21 now. Okay, so yeah, the Chinese characters are definitely the name of the respective character. I don't know who's in 1st and 3rd, though. I can probably, like, piece it together to some degree, because the first character is going to be, like, the family name, right? Like, this is the jaw symbol. So whoever's in 1st and 3rd is the same one. What family would reason have someone both in 1st and 3rd if it's not Jia? I mean, probably like Zhue, right? Something like that. Bao Chai is one of them and Pan's the other one? It could be that, I'm not sure. Not set in stone. Bunch of stuff here. Seems like it might just be like... Probably just like Wrath and Gloom Pekatule or something, or maybe like Wrath and Gloom tier 2s as well. Something like that, right? Would add up. We'll probably go both ways because I want to get to all the funny events. Sloth and Gloom, that makes sense too. Oh, it's just these 4, okay. I'm being thrown off by like the lack of reinforcement fights in this, because it feels so overkill to have 7 people, just in general. Also, I am definitely a bit sad that, Daiyu hasn't actually joined us in combat, but oh well. Surely, I mean, I feel like they're gonna do that, like, sooner or later, surely, right? Like, it's a very funny bit, and it's just, it's cool, right? That's the thing, too. It's cool to have, like, other people to join us, even if just temporarily, and even if they're not very good, like Qingshan was. Maybe, like, we'll get separated from Daiyu after the 2nd section, and then we'll pair up with Qingshan for a little bit. We're just gonna keep on, like, cycling between people. I could see that. I don't know. Okay, normal Sloth is dead, normal Gloom is dead, so now it's just tier 2 Sloth and tier 2 Gloom. Easy enough. You should be decently weak to the... Yeah, and we'll just split the attacks between the two, right? We could, like, think it through a wee bit more if we wanted to, but it shouldn't matter too much. We'll also target the defense last, so we don't have to worry about it. Cool. Top one's definitely dead. Bottom one, we're doing some stuff. I think we do all the strong stuff on the top one. We might have gone a little bit too heavy onto the top one. Yeah, it's just that one attack left in the bottom one. That's a skill 2 from you, though, and you're NV weak, so it might do enough. Yeah, cool. Alright, easy enough. High priority target. Indeed. See, we get this event here. Be Jia Baiyu and his clan, right? I got 7 from the wall, selling birds from the ground. So I'm still with you. I don't think I'll get very far like this. Can you help me find where the rest of my faction is? I'd like if you're going to family hair. Come on, help me out. Hand over the entry card, eliminate him, and take his coins. I don't know. I could just take the coins, but I'll hand over the entry card. It's pretty annoying. There's no reason to give a fight with him. To fighting using the entry card. I figured something like this, but it's going to be pretty useless. Hoping this one will be better. Well, I guess I'll exchange your card for mine. Toss or keep it up to you. Picked up this weird bolus from another candidate. Okay. Heavenly King's Heart Mending Pill. And red entry card. Okay. Let's see. I kept on skipping through that. What does this do? 1 of the least SP heals 10 SP. Oh, that's real nice, actually. Okay, that was worth it, yeah. And we can go into this event, too. Ooh, one of these guys. See a bound prisoner next to a bolus. Candidates standing around as though they've been waiting for someone to arrive. We have enough field for a special game to commence. Direct your attention to the bolus on the table. Observe it well. Bolus currently in development here at H Corp, but is yet to commercialize. Return vitality. Let's see how true this is. You think it's successful or a failure? Guess. Because right, we'll get all the coins in the pool. If you're doing it with prisoner, it's probably gonna be a failure, right? I'll gamble on that. The candidate bets on success. How many coins should we wager? 3 coins! With 3 coins, other coins, 3 coins as well. Transform unconscious, stress around. It was a failure. Bet on failure, regain the coins. Here's a bonus coin for your boldness. Let's go. Coin 4 obtained. Let's go. Gambling pays off. 14 coins now. It's not really high enough to be on that leaderboard, but we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Let's deal with this, though. This'll be like... I mean, this one will probably actually be, Gloom and Lust. Or it might just be Gloom and Sloth again. No, or Gloom and Wrath. As they're meant to say. I didn't mean to say Lust. Same difference. First Rate Butcher Blade, sure thing. That guy's weak to it, so it should be solid. Serpent's Mortal Flurry. I guess we just use it, right? I don't know. Not stupid, crazy. Who are you going for, Ishmael? Okay, that's fine. You can... Other card... Or other skill. Said like other coin, other card at like the same time. They're not really sure what I was saying. Let's just make sure we kill the weak ones. We get peering through a key, so there's some damage up on Honglu. Riveting stuff, riveting stuff. Should be like, what, 2 damage up for him, because he's discarding a skill 2. That sort of bit. Yeah, that guy's pretty dead as well. I kind of forget that it's tier 2s, so they're really not much of anything, especially now that like we're kind of getting used to tier 3s. Tier 2s are really underwhelming at this point, all things considered. Okay, this guy should get killed by something random. Here's something random. And then everyone else just goes all in on this guy. We'll have Honglu clash just because Honglu could definitely benefit from some more sanity. I don't know if there's going to be another rest node before we get to the boss. Usually there's a rest node right before each boss, so we're probably not going to be able to actually like carry over sanity. Especially because like the first boss had like the little end dungeon message saying like, oh, sanity resets to 0 and like you can't go back after this. It'll probably be like that again, and then we'll explore like the top left area if I had to guess. Something like that. And then after that, then we'll head on to the second floor. Okay, cool. We get this now, though. Several talismans glued to the wall. Feel the wind blowing through the very visible cracks. There's something on the other side. Hidden passageway? Colors that match the current. Let's peel the talismans in the correct order. Should we try peeling the talismans? Yeah, sure. Try peeling talisman. Blue talisman indicates the first one to be removed. Huh. I think red. Okay. So blue's first, then red, then yellow, then white, then black? I mean, I assume so, right? This is just a simple puzzle. This is more complicated than any other event in the node, but it's still a very simple puzzle. Red, then center, then east, and then south. 2 coins and a new path acquired. Cool. Yeah, we just straight up go forwards then. I mean, seems reasonable enough. Do we think there's anything hidden there that we can, like, access? You know, I'll do this fight just to be safe. It's probably gonna be more of the prisoner guys. Maybe, like, some of these normal fights can get me more coins. So far, I feel like I'm at, like, the maximum possible coins. Oh! That's Beauty and the Beast. Not actually, but, like, it's just... I immediately see that and I'm thinking, wow, that's like Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, it's definitely different. It's just very similar. Entangled, Blooming... What's so different about these guys? Isn't it max 80% of missing HP? Each healing half the healing effect is passive. Okay. Once the unit takes damage, one deal. Until the next turn, deal more damage. Okay. So they've each got like a different weird effect going on. Like these guys gain a bunch of like defense level up based on how much they get hit. These guys heal up a bunch of missing HP every turn, but they're reducing amount. It's kind of similar to like something like the Railway 1 H Corp guys, where they just heal a bunch for a bit, but it only lasts a little bit. And then this guy just can... They've given this guy Unrelenting, to put it bluntly. They've also all got different sin resistance, weakness stuff, but they're all... There's different sin weaknesses for all of them. They're all Gluttony weak, though, because Funny Rupture. But yeah, they all resist Sloth and Lust. Okay. Well, it's a normal fight, right? So we just chain our stuff. We've already almost staggered the Unrelenting one. That's nice. Let's see, how will this hit these guys? I cannot tell. I always forget that whenever I use that skill 3, I've got no way of actually seeing anything that's going on. Oh, we just killed the... Oh, there's 9. Okay, there's more in the back for this one. I've checked this for like every single fight except for the one where there's finally reinforcements. How silly of me. Well, we should be doing pretty fine overall. We just do that. Yeah, that works. Cool. A little bit of Gloom Res. I guess I could throw on like Death Maggots or something right now if I wanted to get that Gloom Res some mileage. I don't know, it doesn't seem super important. It's a normal enough fight. We don't really need ego. We can save up our resources for whatever is coming on the second floor, right? And normally that's how it feels with dungeons. You want to save up all your resources for something major. Okay, this is the point where we start defending. We've gone through 2 of Tonglu's skill 3, so it'll be a little bit before we get more of them. That's fine, though. We'll live without getting, like, the 3 damage up from his passive. It's really not the biggest thing in the world. The one that heals up a bunch of his missing HP is at 3 HP, and I don't know if anyone else is going for it. Please? That one other attack might be going for the one that's 3 HP? No, okay. So that guy's gonna just heal up, basically, to max, I think. Depending on if it's... No, oh no, right, because when they're staggered, it's not active when staggered, yeah, so they don't heal up when staggered, okay. So not actually that big of a deal, it's just these 3 left? Yeah, okay, well they're very dead. Very, very dead. Nice. Alright. Just wanted to make sure there wasn't, like, a pathway that'll open up, like, to the bottom right here. So far, pathways have only, like, really opened up, like, for hidden ones from event nodes, so I don't think so. That'll probably be where second floor is, right? Because it's kind of similar shape, like the little octagon thingy, like the coin shape. I guess the coins aren't actually octagon-shaped, huh? Well, we're at the point where Honglu gets a 9% damage increase now, so that's pretty cool. We're almost there, right? Jiachu's at 43 now. Oh god, he's been killing people. Yeah, first place, there was another person who had like 25 coins or something ahead of him, and I think Jiachu might have just killed him? Whoever that was? And now it's whoever these names are. I don't know, it's hard to say for sure about this sort of thing. Progress saved. HP and SP are reset. Darn. Oh wait, this is an event note. I didn't even notice it. One speaks a hollow lamentation, the other yearns in an empty desire. One is a moon, on the water's surface a reflection, the other is a blossom's image in a mirror. Flowers that bloomed over the bodies. These flowers possess augmentative qualities. H Corp provides an advantage. Which flower should we pick? Assuming this will give us some sort of effect based on the thing, right? Because, like, Lotus is this one, Red Spider this one, Nameless Serve is this one, I think, right? Because if we do Lotus, we'll get some sort of healing based on missing HP. Red Spider Lily, some sort of, like, unrelenting. Nameless Serve, some sort of defense level up. Oh, I'll go for the Lotus if that's the case. Small bolus. Deal 5% HP when I least HP percentage rounded down. Nice. And then Flower in the Mirror. Return starting like 3 rupture potency and 1 count to all enemies without rupture. Okay. That's pretty not good. I respect it though. Let's see, who are we going to be fighting here though? Wang family death rate monk coffin guy? Wang King. Why can't I just see the name? Why can't I just see the name for this? This does not feel right. I'm gonna not look at this in the future though, because Wang Qingshan is not one of the ones we've seen before. It's not the coffin guy, it's a different Wang family guy. But yeah, now I know we're gonna go up against another random guy. There's someone here. Had to run into a different candidate now of all times. She's Qingshan of the Wang family. You're hurt. Who did this? Jiachu. I barely escaped him. Why'd he have to come back? Disappear from Hongguan like that after investigating the annihilation of the Kong family? I thought he'd never return. So why now? He took almost all of my coins. So were you the one at first then with like 20-something coins? Was he carrying many? Yeah. To the point where he was running out of space to carry them. Okay. A little bit of a flex, eh? That's not good. Daiyu. We've sacrificed so much of ourselves just for this day, just for the family hierarch war. Meanwhile, you could have continued to live large outside Hongguan, so why? What are you even doing here? What more could you possibly want? Please give me those coins. Please. Come on, you don't even care to become the hierarch. It's not like someone like you to do anything with all that power. You're not wrong, but I'm sorry. I don't think I can give you my coins. Oh, just knocked my mic over. That's it. Listen up, rich boy. If some solid thinks they're smart, prattling on about stuff like that, you don't apologize to him ever. You let a club like this do the talking instead. Using a club would only grow the resentment in her heart. But at least it'll make you feel better. Thank you, Heathcliff. I never needed to feel better. Then, I swear I'll use what remains of my clan to take what is yours, Daiyu, and seize my opportunity once again. Because I'm going to survive, no matter what. If you insist on drinking that poison chalice, then we have no choice. Wang, Qingshan summoned her trembling feet, weapon in hand. Okay, that's what you'd like to do. I beheld two different eyes, one of Honglu, who is willing to let the flow carry him away, and the other of Lin Daiyu, swirling with a kaleidoscope of emotions. Alright, let's see what these guys are. They were like some death rate monk thingies. They're like monks. Don't know what this will consist of. Evil, possessed, wicked death rate monks. Because death rate is the actual status effect inflicted by all the high show stuff. Their own, unique death rates. Death rate venom with these guys. And you got death rate haste with the Mao branch. And death rate... I actually don't know what the Faust one is called. I don't have it right. Spirit Talisman School, yeah, more Q Corp stuff. These guys, the people in this district love their Q Corp. Omen Talisman, max 10, turn to 0, take light damage as you damage with the rupture point itself and expires. Using Omen Talismans, gain rupture potency, equal the number of Omen Talisman lost, and gain half of rupture potency losses rupture count. Interesting. Death applied against a random enemy without. Okay. Then he's already going to reselling enemies when it's dead. Inflicting it, they already have it consumed. It won't target inflict standard defense slow down. Okay. So they inflict it to like inflicting it doesn't do anything, but by reducing it to 0, you take a bunch of damage and lose some SP damage, and you also just gain rupture space and that lost. Okay, simple enough. Gaining it isn't the issue, losing it is. Put it simply. And whenever they hit us, we lose a couple. What do you guys do? Is there something unique with it? Less than half sacrifice a random monk to heal. Okay. So these guys kill these guys to heal themselves when they get low. Qingshan, you're missing HP already. Oh yeah, wounded. That sort of bit. I see. Low SP, some 10 SP from 3 the highest SP heal its own. See, move to 3. Okay. You take damage, brings you down to half or left, nullify damage, end the turn. Move to the rearmost position of the substitution order. Ooh! That's a fun gimmick. Then he's less substituted, there's enough left. So to not activate. Lose all HP in the encounter ends. Okay. So the first time we bring you below half, you're gonna retreat. And, like, we can't do anything to stop that. It's just forced to happen. I assume it was saying, or I guess, how is it worded? Half or less nullified at the damage end of the turn. Okay. So you can't, like, cheese it by doing that much damage in, like, a single hit or something. You don't have a lot of HP. We could just send you to the back so we can worry about the normal enemies. I guess the question is, how many of the evil possessed monks are there? How many of the wicked ones there are? Because we need to prioritize these guys because they'll kill... I mean, prioritize these guys so they kill the little guys easily. They'll heal up, but that's fine. It'll kill them in the process, right? They get SP2 and stagger recover, though. So do we just go all in on the little guys? This is a cool fight. I don't know what to do about this one, though. There's a lot of possibilities, and first and foremost, we need to get some sanity rolling. We could pop... I don't really want to pop... Oh, I don't have Holiday. That's Ebony Stem. Do I have any sanity ego, then? I've got Blind Obsession. That is certainly an idea. I'll keep on the back burner. It's not urgent. Let's make sure we just get a bunch of our funny stat effects going. Actually, we only need to use 1 defensive skill for these. Jeez. A little bit lucky. This... Oh, this is a 10-4. Oh, we can deal with this, probably. They've got negative stuff, so... The healing SP is actually bad for them, then, if there are a lot of negatives. Yeah, okay, okay. So we do want to do some easy damage, you guys. Alright. I'm figuring it out. I'm learning. Start with, like, the weaker skills, and then work our way up. What can you do? That's a very weak attack. Okay, cool. Serpent Shear that guy. Serpent Shearing in a clash is just bad in general, because it's we get a Tails and we just lose a lot of the time. Okay, we got a Tailwind still one. That's nice. We're just popping Serpent Shear just so we can get the Serpent Arm up, right? We'll have every single one of our funny high show status effects ongoing. Hong is unfortunately off to a slow insight start, but if we're lucky, maybe he'll draw skill 3 next turn. Tragic. There's Omen Talismans on him. Should be fine. I'm not too worried about the Talismans. I'm worried about losing the Talismans, right? That's the scary part. If Qingshan's gonna have, like, so much... Like, 3 skill slots, I definitely want her to retreat just because... Whatever replaces her probably won't have nearly as many skill slots, right? There's not a lot of attacks going on this turn, God. Well, we'll hit you with, like, as written or something. Just should do enough to bring you below half? Probably, right. It's good enough. Otherwise, this is a very simple turn. We just do a bunch of damage, and by a bunch, I mean not really that much, all things considered, but, like, a bit. I kind of want to have one of you guys clash with that guy, actually. Yeah, it'll work. Okay, cool. And yeah, we just thwack a bunch of the enemies. I'm really not paying that much attention to how I'm thwacking them, because I don't think the specifics of how matter. It's more so just the fact that they're being thwacked that matters. It's weird. We're guaranteed to draw skill 3 with Honglu next turn, so that's good. Oh, it ends turn. I forgot about that. Heart evil, heart of oppressive evil, okay. Sure. Funny song, that's for sure. Yeah. A lot of struggling's going on. Not exactly the best thing, then. This works, actually. We can have you start using your shield. That'll work decently. You can have a perfect kill. We'll have that happen, but we'll just hit you a bunch, too. That'll work. Nice. Ooh. Tragic. A lot of rupture stacked on you from that thanks to Talisman's. Bit scary. Okay. You're trying, I guess. I don't know. Once again, a lot of rupture on you, bit annoying. You can handle it though, so that's fine. We're winning some. I mean, we are winning a lot of clashes, right? So we're getting some good sanity going on. And we do have the Heavenly King's bolus. That's just going to keep on giving us sanity over time. Heavenly King's heart-mending pill. Yeah. Yeah, this is fine. You can't clash this turn, that's fine. You be on killing top right duty? Yeah, sure. No. Love you hit that guy. Cool. That'll work. Neutral, sure. Favored, sure. This is fine. You hit that guy a bit. You can just pop Servant's Mortal Flurry. I don't even think I'm like doing a good job of managing any of my actual unit status effects, because I've just been thrown off pretty hard by the whole turn immediately ending thingy, messing with the counters for a lot of stuff. Nice. Stalling is good for us though. Okay. Nice. You do run out of poison, unfortunately, but that was a good skill 3, so I think that's a fine trade-off. Yeah, okay. You'll die. You can just die to anything, really. We'll have Hongmi finish you off. Yeah, that'll work. Bit overkill, all things considered. Yeah, it is. I kind of want to do that, then. Yeah, sure. Roll with that. We'll instead just flashing lure work, maybe. We could just redirect you some garbage, like do it like this, right? And that should kill you. Do you die to a blink step? Probably. You're annoying. You just do that. And we'll let everyone else just target top left one, make sure that one dies before you get any funny healing ideas. Right. Okay, Blink Step did not kill after all. I should have seen that coming. Oh well. Okay, that's fine. It broke one of the coins at least. I really like to eat your sin. God! Okay. Bit scary. What did Senator number 3 do this time? It's not Dawn's fault. That's mean. Okay, yeah, based on how low your SP is. Tragic. Still definitely annoying. But we need to be a bit more cautious about that one then. Yeah, okay. And by that I mean pop 100 foot pop death maggot? Nope, that is a 10 plus 5. That does not work for your like at all. Alright. What does work? A lot of stuff really. We can just pop like sunshine or something if we want to be real safe. Yeah, safety is a bit of a good thing to do, to focus on a little bit. And you get some more sanity going for you, get some more sanity going for you, then like whack at this guy a bit, sure. This turn's a bit stally, but that's for the best. Get people to recover from stagger, right? This works. That one's below half, so it'll kill one of the normal guys. Okay, it does a lot of damage just because of the rupture mainly, but can't stagger because we won the clash this time round. And doesn't burst the omen talismans because we won the clash this time round, right? Did one of them walk in and get killed at the same time because they got eaten in order to heal one of these guys? I think that's what just happened there. It looked very weird, though. Okay, some people are a bit low, all things considered. We need to be a wee bit cautious. And by that, I mean, I think Honglu's going to die, and there's not much we can really do to stop that. I think we just two-pathos Mathis and accept the fact that Otis is going to die. Yeah, that works for me. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, use those to clash, that'll work. Okay, cool. Send that. I believe... I shouldn't believe in you. Luckily this one's high sanity, so it doesn't, like, mass attack kill everyone. But yeah, that's what I get for believing in Gregor. It's tragic. There's no more minions for them to kill to heal themselves up, though, so that'll help. Doesn't mean that this top left guy doesn't have that stagger bar anymore. That's annoying. Win these, please? Cool, thank you. This guy also does not have a stagger threshold, yeah. Tragic. Your sanity is very low, though, so that is a 3 target. It might just hit Honglu and kill him as well. Otis dies, that's for sure. I've accepted that. I guess we'll have to see who the other targets end up being, though. Not Honglu? I think that's not Honglu. Okay, cool. Almost done for, though. And now Qingshan. Oh, Qingshan is here now. Qingshan. I could just kill her, then. That could work. Maybe. Do I really play like that? Then actually, I can just do... I can just do this, and that'll be fine. Sure. Anything that's decent for rupture, we definitely just throw that way, right? See if we can just kill you here. You're... Sure. I forgot about the fact we had this guy on the bench. He can do a lot for us, trust. You only have 260 HP, so I'm not that concerned about whatever it is you're going to be doing here. Probably could have just gone all in and you would have died. And once again, we just need to kill you because it's one of the family hierarch battles. Yeah, okay. We kill you with... We don't kill you with that. Okay, we kill you with Lantern Dawn. That works. Ishmael dies. That's fine. Oh no, we kill... No, Hong was going for the right one. That's right. Yeah, Lantern Dawn gets her kill. Feast up. Cool. That works. Victory, more coins for us. Or do we get more coins? I mean, she has to have at least 1 coin, otherwise she would have been kicked out, but assumably most of her coins are taken by Jachu. We took away Qingshan's remaining coins. Well, that's not a lot of coins, but hey, it's still If I fail here miserably, having accomplished nothing, they might kill me when I get home. I have to do something, anything, to be a proud sister to my little siblings. Come on, let's leave her and keep moving. It's not like getting eliminated is an instant death sentence. You don't understand, Jabayu. It is? You've done nothing but watch how your life as this fight defined our entire lives. No, I don't understand. And I never will. Without a reply, she shambled out to the hallways weeping. So all that passivity and talking about not getting angry wasn't because you're a nice guy, huh? You're more difficult than I thought, Honglu. Am I? It's getting more and more likely that we'll be running into the other candidates as the space around us shrinks. Yeah, another thing, it's getting clearer every second that the biggest threat to us now continues to be Jiachu. Let's hope we never run into that guy. Oh, so that's it, huh? We have our 12th elimination. 12 down. How many are left? I guess more definitely made it than I expected. Yeah, then all the meteor candidates must have gotten eliminated by now. The remaining one's got to be a tough bunch. Anyways, certainly there are a lot of posters around the lab here. It's probably, I mean, who's probably remaining, right? It's probably, we know Honglu's remaining, Jiachu's remaining, the Jue siblings are probably remaining. And then, like Jahuan's definitely remaining. That's 5 that we're almost, like, certain are still remaining. And the question is just what other random people are still in here. So there are a lot of posters around the lab here. They were going to present this research to the public, huh? Yes, they were. Typical. Because researchers can't help showing off their achievements, huh? Well, too bad the sweepers and the claws tore through everything, even the posters. Hang on a minute. Why are these posters untouched? They did not destroy the posters. Once they are put to the task, they are extremely thorough with erasing any evidence of the taboo having existed. But the fact that these posters remain would lead to the conclusion of the experiment advertising these posters an entirely different one to the experiment that broke the taboo. Huh. Interesting. What is it? What? Then how... Simple. This experiment is unrelated to the annihilation of the Kong family. Then this Jamu must appear entirely separate experiment using Kong family support, with an escape plan just for herself, too. I remember those posters, and how excited everyone was the closer we got to the presentation. Okay. So it's unrelated. Assumably, the presentation might have had to do with the whole 13th High Show idea, especially if Jamu had some sort of tying to it. But the thing that actually got the taboo broken is some sort of, like, cloning thing going on. Well, this is merely the conflict that is performed beyond everyone's expectation, after all. Venerable Jamu, may I ask why you continue bringing young Mr. Baiyu to this place? Generic H Corp researcher. We love generic researcher sprites. Like the generic T Corp, R Corp researcher, whatever is going on in, like, the R Corp 2 and Ruina. I don't think he's even old enough to understand what these experiments are for. Not to mention it must be quite troublesome for you. You ask a question with an obvious answer. This experiment will define the destiny of Hongyuan itself. It is only right that the Jade of Dagwanyan is here to witness such a great undertaking. I see. Huh, now that I'm looking at young Master Baiyu, he's not much of a smiler, is he? He'd look much better with a smile on his face. He's the precious jade of the family, after all. His existence itself is precious. This jade shall shine when the time is right. In the meantime, draw your focus entirely to the experiment. Right, I see what you mean. Not this experiment, but the experiment. That reminds me that we really don't have much time. They say that every clan of the Kong family is quite excited about the announcement. Yes, indeed. The time is nigh. The time is nigh indeed. A very trustworthy person, I'm sure. 4 more coins. Okay, not bad. Faded poster. Number 1 and number 8. Targets defeated gain poise. Counter every time each unit gains 1 offense for everyone who's defeated at the after attack timing. Interesting. Like, burn? How are we looking, though? We've got 22, so we're almost, in a placing position. Oh, but yeah, that is the stairs. Interesting how there's a bunch of rooms that just don't end up actually showing up, right? Like, whatever's going on here. I guess that's another entrance, so I guess it makes sense. Kind of thought there'd be, like, some, like, backtracking or something, just judging by how much detail this section in particular had, but nothing super major. But anyways, I think that'll be all for this time. We managed to clear another section of this, we learned a lot of various lore about H Corp and the like, and we've managed to collect a lot of the balloons. Pirate Gregor would be proud. But anyways, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!